welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to talk about the warnings and the side effects of taking propolis, which is a wonderful resinous substance produced by bees from plant minerals, and it also has specific health benefits such as being antifungal, being anti-inflammatory. It is important for helping to modulate the immune system as well, but there are certain potential side effects and warnings associated with wrongly using propolis, starting with allergic reactions. Now, allergic reactions to propolis is possible. Anyone who has a known allergy to bee products, anyone who's allergic to honey or bee stings may have a higher risk of allergic reactions to propolis. Secondly, we have skin irritations, and this mainly applies for anyone using propolis as a main ingredient in topical skincare products. So a topical application of propolis, what that does is for some people who are allergic or their skin gets irritated a lot, it causes skin irritations, it causes some redness, it causes some burning on the, or sense of burning on the skin. So before using propolis on the skin, how could you know if you're allergic to it or not? Well, the strategy here is to perform a patch test on a very small area to check for sensitivity. Within about 24 hours, if there's no redness, itching, burning sensation happening, then you know you're not allergic to a topical application of propolis. Thirdly, we have asthma. Your asthma may get worse. So specifically when it comes to individuals with asthma, they may experience a worsening of symptoms when they are exposed to propolis, particularly in occupational settings where propolis is handled, such as in beekeeper kind of setting as well. So there's a couple of other different warnings associated with using propolis, starting with anyone who is pregnant or breastfeeding. So there is currently limited research on the safety of propolis in certain quantities during pregnancy and breastfeeding. So what should you do here? It's always recommended to avoid large amounts of propolis because of the potential risk of allergic reactions. Secondly, we have allergies. Then again, as we talked about earlier, which is if you are allergic to bee products, you should always exercise caution. Allergic reactions can range from mild symptoms to even severe breathing issues as well. Thirdly, as again, asthma and respiratory conditions. Anyone who has chronic respiratory conditions should be very cautious when they are exposed to propolis, because this can sometimes trigger respiratory symptoms. Also, when it comes to children, is it safe for children? To be honest, it's not recommended for use in children under the age of 1 because of the risk of allergic reactions, and this also applies to raw honey as well. So in older children, what should you do? It's best to be cautious. It's best to consult your healthcare provider before using it, and always start with a smaller quantity of it. Also, the fifth warning associated with using propolis is immunocompromised individuals. So if you know someone, or if you are yourself immunocompromised, such as if you have hives or AIDS, or you're undergoing immunosuppressive therapy, you should always consult with your healthcare professional before being exposed to propolis because of the risk of infection. Also, your medical or medication interactions. So if you're taking any sort of anti-platelet drugs, if you're taking any blood thinners, then always consult with your healthcare professional because it can interact with certain medication. And also when it comes to occupational exposure, if you're working in an environment, in a setting where you're exposed to propolis on a regular basis, such as anyone working with beekeepers, you should always be cautious to minimize your risk of allergic reactions or respiratory symptoms as well. And lastly, you want to purchase propolis in the best, purest quality possible, because the quality and the purity of propolis does depend from brand to brand. Choose propolis products from a reputable source to ensure that they are free from contaminants and they are properly processed. So if you've enjoyed today's video, like, share and subscribe. I'd love to have you on board. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.